to be here. It's lovely, marvellous to be here in the Comedy Store. Lovely to be in the heart of London's theatre land, in London's swinging West End. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Oh, it's like Piccadilly Circus out there, though, isn't it? Lovely to be anywhere, actually, after last night. I was playing at an old people's home in Leytonstone. Picture the scene. 200 geriatric, senile old people in front of me. Mind you, the show went out all right, because by the end of the evening there wasn't a dry seat in the house. Go on, force yourselves, now you want to. Terrible journey here tonight. Terrible journey. I took a train up from South London. Frightened me to death. Mind you, I've never driven one before. Hardly surprising, I suppose. Not quite as bad as a cab journey here from Charing Cross, though. All the way along, the driver's picking his teeth. From a catalogue. Can you believe that? Keep your eyes on the road, we'll never get there. So I got out at Charing Cross and a beggar came up to me. He said, "Excuse me, Gov, can you give me 20p for a cup of tea?" I said, "I'll toss a coin with you for it." I said, no. He said, "No, beggars can't be choosers." I don't mean, of course, I try help when I can, but they don't have it all bad, do they? Homeless people don't have it all bad. After all, they don't have to deal with Jehovah's Witnesses. And statistics tell us that 82% of accidents happen in the home, so they're right on that one. Don't know what the fuss is about. Now, yes, go on, force yourself. I was at the bar earlier on, and I was making a bit of eye contact off this girl. I won't tell you which one, don't want to embarrass you, but, well, I'll be honest, she punched me in the eye, but I thought I'll stick with it. I gave her a little drink, Bacardi and Coke, that's a rum old drink, isn't it? I gave her a drink. I said, "Down the hatch," and she disappeared down a little trap door, never saw her again. That'll teach me. But they're a little bit fussy behind the bar, aren't they? A little bit fussy for my taste. They held my pound coin up to the light. I didn't like that very much. Not quite so fussy cleaning the glasses, though, are they? Have you seen? Look at the state of those. Call me fussy, call me off. I do hate it when I get lipstick on my rim, I really do. Yes. Oh, I know, it's shocking, isn't it? How do I dare? An old girlfriend of mine said, "You are a bit fussy, Dorian, you're a bit pedantic, a bit of a pedantic sort of bloke. In fact, you're the most pedantic man I've ever been out with." I said, No. I think you'll find I'm the third most pedantic man you've ever been out with. She was a strange girl. She kept a lot of things bottled up. Pickles, beetroot, that kind of thing. But we didn't have much of a social life because she worked nights, driving the gritting machine on the motorways. In fact, she was obsessed with motorways. She insisted on our third date that we made love on a motorway slip road. Now, I thought this would be a bit of a turn-off, but I got used to it in a roundabout sort of way. Mind you, we had been on the verge for half an hour. Yes. It's very difficult to settle down in this business, of course. Very difficult to settle down because you're working at night. Very difficult to settle down with a lady. I was married twice. No children, but you can't marry children, can you? No. Not allowed. My first wife didn't understand me at all. Mind you, she was Chinese, didn't speak a word of English. And my second wife, she was a strange woman. She was, in fact, carrying another man's child at the time of the wedding. Would have been nice if she put him down while I put the ring on her finger, but no, she wouldn't have any of it. So, in desperation, I joined a dating agency, and I said I want a nice bubbly girl. A nice bubbly girl, you know the sort of girl I mean, the sort of girl that you get on the front of puzzler magazines. A nice bubbly girl, the sort of girl that puts a little circle over the eye when she signs her name. The sort of girl that'll be impressed by cosmopolitan ways, impressed by a journey home in a licensed taxi, and a meal out at an Aberdeen steakhouse. Yes, a nice bubbly girl. Not too bubbly though, you don't want one with rabies? No, that'd be no good. Lady in the news got rabies recently, very sad, got bitten by a bat apparently. They said in the newspaper reports she only had a couple of little nips. Didn't think that was entirely relevant to the case, but it's the newspaper for you. So, they didn't quite understand. I said I want a girl with a bit of pizzazz, and they didn't understand that as well. They got me a girl with a lot of pizzas. Not quite what I had in mind, but did have its perks. So one evening after her shift, she came round with a large crusty Hawaiian and a thin vegetarian. What an evening we had. Anybody here read the news tonight? Not very likely, I suppose. Trevor McDonald's got that job pretty much sewn up, hasn't he? Yes. Never know, do you? Thank you. No rush. And I was out with Trevor last night at the ITN bar with Julia Somerville, Aunt Ginny's wife, of course. And just before they closed up, Alan Wicker walked in. They said, "Sorry, no travellers." Couldn't believe it. So anyway, the reason I was in the West End today is to meet my agent, and he met me in the day because last time I met in the evening, very bad news to meet him in the evening, gets very drunk, so not doing that again. Last time I got so drunk, I woke up in the morning, ooh, terrible hangover, room was spinning, turned out I was in the post office tower. To add insult to injury, I got clamped in Soho that night, little place in Archer Street, £5 a nipple, very invigorating, but not quite what I had in mind, so I arranged to meet him in the day, much safer, and he said, "Well, how's it going, Dorian? How's it going? I haven't been seeing you for a while." I said, "Oh, I'm quietly confident." He said, "What?" I said, "I'm quietly confident." He said, well, I've got you some work next week. 4 TV adverts. Think of that, Dorian. 4 TV adverts in 1 week. You're going to be doing Kerrygold, Mother's Pride, Lurpak and Hovis, all in 1 week. And I said, what's that then? He said, it's just bread and butter work. It'll keep you going, won't it? Shocking, isn't it? No idea. Don't worry, I'll be long. I'm 32, you know. So he took me to this restaurant in Soho, posh place, big place, new place in Wardour Street. All the stars go in there. We hadn't even ordered our starter. Cher walked in. I thought, blimey, this is the place. Cher's walked in with her stunt double. I thought Cher and Cher alike. And we hadn't even got on to the main dish. And Russell Grant, the astrologer, walked in, sat straight down. He said to the waiter, what's the soup of the day? I thought, you should know, Russell. You should know. And towards the end of the meal, the most exciting moment for me, we were just starting our dessert, and Gene Hackman, the actor, Gene Hackman came and sat right next to us at the table, right next to us, tucked into his meal. I thought, Gene Hackman, think of that, eh? I haven't seen him since I saw him in French Connection. And that was a bit of a surprise, seeing him trying on that little crop top. I thought, you never get into that, Gene, not at your age, but... yeah, a friend of mine committed suicide recently, terrible tragedy. Of course, it's how he would have wanted to go. So I was in my local bookshop, and it said... discount bookshop, it said fiction, all books under £1, and they were right, they were all $2.99. I've spent a lot of time in hospital recently, I shouldn't really, but security's very lax, isn't it? Can't resist just go see the cemetery. If I look a bit tired later, it's not because of you, it's because I was stoned last night, by the audience unfortunately, but there you are. You live and learn. Bit of showbiz gossip backstage, we're getting things that you won't find out till the newspapers come out tomorrow. Poor old George Michael, he's had a lot of bad luck recently. Turns out last night, in Stringfellows again, made a fool of himself, slipped up on a chocolate bar. Turns out it was just a careless whisper on the dance floor. Oh, how do I care?